presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if your listeners don't get the gold report, they're missing out. I mean, with your gold report, you just printing money. I love it.
You're my best ad out there, Al. Let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Great. Hey, listen, I was calling to thank you. A few weeks ago, you were prompting on your show to fill out that $10,000 grant.
Yes.
So I filled it out, and just a couple days ago, I found $1,000 in my business checking account.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I owe it to you, because if it wasn't for your prompting, I would have just assumed, no way I would have gotten anything. So I wanted to thank you.
No, we appreciate you growling a problem with us here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. I wish all my Marines, brothers and sisters, a happy birthday, the 247th birthday of the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps actually was established 1 year before the country. Pretty wild, 1775. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. They're trying to change them to fit what you want. It's like trying to change a dog into a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 1,099, Nasdaq up 666, S&P's up 185, gold contract up $42.90, trading at $17.56 an ounce. We got silver up 41 cents, $21.74 an ounce. Platinum up $60, $1,057 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 54 cents, $86.37 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 2 points plus 5 ticks at 112.15. The 30 up a full 4 points plus 13 ticks at 124.04. And King Dollar, yeah, toasted, roasted. Get the peanut butter, get the jelly, get it all out, man. Down 2,371 ticks at 108.176. The euro is at 101. The yen is at 141.79, and the British pound is at 116 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we got an ABC structure up. You're blowing away the B point out here. You get volume behind the move. We need... I want to show you something here, folks. Okay, so when you're doing these ABCs, when you have something that's this close, like the first price point of 389, see that 100 million, and then we went above it with 85. When it's that close, you want to take the 100 million to be conservative. We're going to have 100 million. We're at 94 million right now. So when you look at this baby, you got a very large ABC that says set up here. You're blowing away the B point. What you want to remember is that ABCs, the A to B leg and the C to D leg, they're normally straight line moves. And this straight line move, the thing that's cool about this is that the straight line move does bring you right to that 411.73, which is the swing point that was established out there on the 12th of September. So I suspect that's where we're going. You can see that this move today is extraordinary. There's no doubt about it. If you were in front of a machine, folks, when the CPI came out, it was pretty amazing. And, the bottom line is that the CPI came in light, but not as light as, this market is looking at. I mean, the bottom line is that this is quite a move. There's no two ways about it. And we've got to go right to the dollar because it's all about the dollar. That's the dollar runs the market. And what you have out here is that, you have a break with conviction. And, what conviction is you get, my definition of conviction is wide price spread with volume. Now, we don't have volume on the dollar. So the bottom line is just, wide price spread. We certainly have wide price spread. Now, what this has done, which is really cool, if you happen to be in the metal market or you think that this market can go higher, is that this break is decisive. This break is not only getting you in the lower range. See, once we went below 109, 293, which we're, 1,700 ticks below it, that sets up, the first level that we were talking about, the 104. But this move today actually sets up right down to 101, 414. That's how it's set up. And inside the yen has quite a move out here today. What you have with the yen, the bottom line, you can see this breakdown. The breakdown is pretty dramatic. And the yen, let's do this. Take a look at this. I think the yen has only broke the trend from, So the yen looks to me, you got 130 on target now. Let me do this. Put this on a weekly for a second. See, the yen was parabolic, man. Well, it's not broken yet, really. Yeah, so you can see this is very close. If we get a move tomorrow, okay, like just somewhat like this on the yen, that's saying the yen's going to go all the way back to 114, and that would be intense, man. Yeah, but guess what? You went explosive like that on the top side. That's exactly what we did. I mean, when you talk about going top side with volume, I mean, well, not with volume, but with conviction, well, it did it in spades. There's no doubt about that. So, what does happen is that you can come down just as quick, on the other side in a monster way. So right now, you have markets that want higher price. What you had out here this morning when this happened is that you went up 100 S&P points. What's happening right now, and this is where you're going to see this charge, coming right into the close, is that there were a lot of people that were caught, okay? And I suspect, we're talking about, not retail traders. I'm talking about professionals that were caught, and they were caught good. So what you have all day long, they were hoping that you'd get a, contraction, an expansion, but a contraction, just a pullback, even a 0.382 contraction, and you did not get one. So what you're going to see coming into the close, which we're seeing right now, is that if they have any discipline at all, you do not want to be short overnight. Because what you have out here is that you have the banks closed tomorrow, you have the bond market closed tomorrow, and what ends up happening is that when that does happen, you can push the market in extreme ways. And it would seem that when you get a day like today, it's like, okay, you can't have 2 days like that. Well, guess what? You can have a lot more than 2 days like this. If we go into the gold market and we take a look at the gold market, you can see the bottom line is that you finally have movement in the gold market, and the acceleration's intense, and there's volume everywhere. There's volume everywhere. Look at this. You're doing 277,000 contracts out here today. That's laying up. You just blew away the swing point of 1738 with volume at $20 over that. The next step up here is the 1824, and before you know it, and this is how gold moves. If you've been in that market, you know how it moves. They talk about being in the, Dow Industrials or something if you miss a move. I don't really go along with that, but if you're not in the gold market and it moves, yeah, it's gone. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kickstat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kickstat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 1119, Nasdaq's up 687, S&Ps are up 189. Let's go to our man John in Philly. John, what's going on, brother?
Hello, Tom. First, one thing and then two others. Yesterday on your show, Tom Sr. and Tommy the Third, that was just terrific.
Thank you, man. I know. It's so much fun.
No, it is. Yeah.
He knows how to growl, folks. It's hilarious. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Pretty cool. It really is.
Yeah, we all reveled in your joy. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you so
Tom,
much.
second thing, The second thing, I've got to thank you for yesterday's discussion on the stock futures and the indices. Of course, we were down, and you were going through in quite a thorough manner what you were seeing price and volume, saying, hey, I don't see a lot of downside. In fact, I see it rallying. And, of course, none of us would have predicted what happened at 8:30 this morning. But given that description, boy, it sure led anybody who was listening to be prepared to act once they saw what had happened at 8:30. So thank you on that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And more generally, Tom, of course, you know I met you way back in 2005, 2006, as I was searching for resources to assist in my trading and improving upon it. And something that you've taught, that you learned long ago, the value of what markets do at swing points. Tom, I have to just give you one huge thanks for that concept, and then teaching via applying that principle in real time over and over. And just to give a real-life example, we know November 1st, the E-mini S&P futures made a high at 39.28, so that's a high.
Yes.
Well, this morning at 8:30, I'm sitting in front of my screens with my orders ready to go, market orders either way, and saw that futures contract gap from 37.70 to 38.50, literally in 1 second. I said, okay, I don't even have to know what that CPI news was I see power in the move, and I'm thinking about what you were speaking of yesterday. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, they're going to run this thing, and they're going to test at 39.28 swing points today.
Nice.
So I use that, incorporating into my trading, did a bunch of scalping. But, Tom, look at that, 39.28. We went right to it and just over it at noon.
Yep.
And we had a nice little pullback for an hour.
Yep.
And then we came back at 2 and tested it and paused. There you go, price in real time, testing a swing point. It's about to tell you something. What it's going to tell you, of course, we don't know. And then it tells you we start to move higher. Last hour, we're clear sky, extending the rally over. So that principle of listening to the message of the market at swing points, Tom, you brought that into my focus more clearly than anybody I'd ever come across. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Hey, man, it's a quick 18 years, huh? Isn't that crazy?
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, man.
Time flies when you're having fun. I take great joy in watching Larry Pesavento and his progression over his year. In his 80s and still loving it and still sharp as a tack. That's terrific.
Listen, man, I'm convinced it has you to live longer. I really am. Because what happens, folks, is that you got to stay sharp. That's the bottom line. So, you have your ups and downs, but the reality is that you're staying sharp. So, well, listen, man, I appreciate it, John. We got, we'll see where this ABC brings us, man, and then we go from there. That's the bottom line. So,
you help us navigate through it. Thanks so much. Bye now.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And folks, okay, so check this out. So, if I go back, there's no doubt. If you have time in the trade, that this price and volume, okay, really called us this. There's no doubt. So, and it's been really consistent since January. And it wasn't consistent, when the Fed just kept putting money in. There's no doubt. You know what I mean? It would be consistent. I had actually stopped trading the indices, and I had to trade individual stocks because it was better. Now it's everywhere, though. That's the bottom line. Now, the thing that's intriguing about swing points, and I want to thank one of our tigers, Dale Petts, okay? Great tiger. He's the one that helped me with the first time in the trade, right? We were up every morning at 4:30 in the morning. He gets up so early, and he'd do all the charts for me. But this is how I came to that conclusion. Wait to hear this. This is crazy. I wish I kept the study. I can't believe. You know what happens? I have so much paper, because what I do is this. I like looking at the charts, but then I put everything on paper so I can really get my head wrapped around it. Well, the bottom line, folks, this is what I did. So I'm going back on the first time in the trade. I think it was 1999. No, it wasn't 99, because that's what I'm going to tell you about how this worked. Must have been in 2000, because what had happened is this. I did the Qs for a full 2 years, and I did it on every major swing point, and there was not one time that it didn't work. That was a mind blower to me. It was like, okay, man. And that's when I really started digging into swing points and how important they are. And when I say that it was 100%, what I mean is this. If you went over the swing with lighter volume, the bottom line, you'd stay there 2 or 3 days and you're right back underneath it. If the volume was lighter by 20 or 30%, man, get out of the way, because you're going to get smoked in a heartbeat. So that's how that came about. And, it's been performing in an incredible way since the Fed is not pumping, dumping, and all the rest of it. So, we'll see where the whole rest of this goes. But I appreciate the call, John. And there's no doubt. The thing that is cool about time in the trade, folks, it's very simple. I've done a lot of workshops, but I've always said to my son, Tommy, he says, I do the same thing over and over again. That's all I do. It's just, once you understand how the system works, well, the system is the system. It's price, volume, swing points, and Fibonacci expansion and contraction. And when they line up, the bottom line, your probability goes higher. That's what it comes down to. So, our phone number is 877-927-6648. What we're going to have out here today, you're going to have monster volume everywhere today. So what we're going to see is that Well, we'll find out about that. Hold it. There's 754 million in the NYSE, and there's going to have to be a lot more than that. And on the NASDAQ has it. We're at 4.9 billion on the NASDAQ. That is saying that the NASDAQ's going to probably do 5 billion shares, and that's what you need. When you get an acceleration up like this, if you're looking for something to stick, you need that expansion of volume. So I suspect what you're going to have here, more than likely, as I said, the market can get pushed around anywhere tomorrow, and I'm expecting you're going to get pushed higher because they can do it. That's what it comes down to. Dow Industrials right now up, look at that, 1111. I love it. NASDAQ is down up 695. S&Ps are up 191. Let's try to see if we can get 200 there. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 1124, Nasdaq's up 706, S&P's up 194. Let's see, Basil's on Tuesdays, but I'm telling you, it's going to hit one of Basil's numbers, and Basil loves these even numbers too. We're going to see 200 in this S&P more than likely, and you're going to love this, folks. When I say the dollar's toast, Tommy and Tommy are listening at home, and the bottom line, little Tommy, after he heard toast and they get the peanut butter and jelly out, he decided to get the peanut butter and jelly out. He needs to tell Tommy he wants it. Tommy, you have a great peanut butter and jelly. I love you, pal. Let's go to Dave in Chicago. Hey, Dave, what's going on, man?
I love peanut butter and jelly too, Tom.
I do too, man. There's something. Yeah, it's always great.
Yeah. Hey, I had called you before. You probably might remember me. I've called you about OIH before, and a couple times wrote it up really high, and you said I should probably sell, and I didn't, and then I got punished and wrote it back down. And I think twice you told me to sell when I got up to the top, and I didn't
got
do
it 3 times.
Well,
I know, man.
It's back up now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to look at the XLE then?
No, OIH.
OIH, the same thing. Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you to sell. That's the bottom line, you know. Because what you have here, okay, so this is 100% move for move, first off, right? You have, you see how, like, we made a high on Tuesday, and that high was with 725 million shares, right? I know, it's now 725,000, right? Then we go down yesterday with 1.3 million. So, you know, and I know, you know, what has happened out here, that when we put this back up, like if I put this up in a weekly, right, what you have here in the weekly, the first high at 5.9 million, second high at 5.2 million. Last week we had 5.6. This week you're at 3.9. So we can get 4.9. I think it's just tired. I mean, you know. And if you do, and I know, listen, I know a lot of Tigers own Exxon and they own Chevron. The runs have been extraordinary, okay? But you can see oil's not moving today, you know?
Yeah.
And why isn't it? I don't know, but I know it's not moving. And I think, you know, what has happened, I mean, when the market was going down, the only thing that moved was the oil stocks, okay? Now the bottom line is that, you know, when you take a look at oil on a longer-term basis, well, this didn't do much, you know? I mean, you know, if we take a look at 6 months, you see that 123. Well, yeah, let me do it this way. You see the retracement. You know, it's been bouncing at a 0.382 retracement. Now, that's not a big retracement, meaning, you know, we had come down from 123. You got into this area of 76. You know, so that's where I stand at this point. Now, now I'm going to get you confused a little, Dave, okay? Because the dollar, with the dollar down, what does happen is that commodities can go dramatically higher, you know? A way that you might do this, right? I mean, the OIH really doesn't gap around a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you could do is you could say, okay, so watch what happens here, folks. Okay, this always gets hard because we all face this, right? And I'll tell you exactly how I deal with it, or try to deal with it. I look at this today and I say, okay, look, if I'm in this stock, I say, okay, we're at 307.275, right? $307.27. I say, okay, if I think it can go a lot higher, I'll turn around and say, okay, why don't I just put a stop in, right? And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. That's my first inclination. And then when I'm playing mental calisthenics, which we all do, then I say, oh, my God, if I put the stop in, okay, I got to put the stop in somewhere about 295. Then I says, oh, my God, hold it. Then I'm giving up 8,000, right? You know, if it's 1,000 shares. It's like, oh, man, do I really want to do that? So that's the battle you're going to have. But in your case, you've already went through this 3 times, man. Don't go through it again. I'm telling you, man. I
don't want to.
I just put a stop in. You know, you saw.
I think that's great because you know so often you just can't have I just don't have the discipline to say like, okay, I'm going to sell at 290. You know, I'll be like one.
No, because it's hard, right?
Up,
you know, because listen, even when I'm explaining that to you. You know, it's hard for me to say this right now. It normally isn't, but the reason it's hard right now is I really do think the S&P is going to do this ABC up. Do you know what I'm saying? So what happens there is that, okay, if it doesn't ABC up, you know, this should move with it too. Everything should move, you know, but I think if you put the stop in, you're going to be really happy, man.
Can I thank you. Can I ask you one real quick question? With the dollar going lower, as you're saying, do you think, you know, like other commodities like copper or Rio or something like that might be a better play?
The great plays. Yes, that's what you should start wrapping your head around. To me, this commodity run is only starting. That's what normally happens. I think we're going to see this commodity run, you know, if the Fed ever backs off just a little, which they're probably going to back off, you know, they'll do 50 basis points in it. If they back off, man, we're going to see gold go to the moon, man, because inflation's still here, folks, okay? You know, the market, you know, they like it backed off. They'll say, okay, the interest rates will go down, and they probably will, okay? The interest rate in 2 days has gone down 0.5% the 30-year. In 2 days. And that's to me is a counter-trend bounce, though. But I would start hunting commodities. I think I think this is going to be the same run as that we had from 2002 to 2011. That's what I think this is it. I was talking to one of my friends that is from Brazil yesterday, and, he was talking about the country. I said, I'm telling you, man, if that your country's going to do so good, it's unbelievable, man, because when commodities do good, Brazil is a monster, man, just a monster. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where we're at, because I think this correction in the dollar was overdone, man. The dollar can't be the only fiat currency in the world that, you can do business with. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't, so I think as that back down comes, I think that's real. And what does happen is that commodities are real, folks, okay? We need commodities, okay? And they're going to price them up, so that's kind of where I'm at,
Thank you for your advice.
Okay, man, you have a great one and a safe one.
All right.
Okay, man, have a great one. Let's go take a look. Okay, so I got a stock here. Let's see. Give me 1 second, folks. There's a stock that all these tigers are into right now. I got to find this. I just got to go up just a little bit more. All right. Okay. Hey, do me a favor, Frank or Dan, will you put that stock in the den again so I don't have to scroll all the way up? Let's go take a look at a few others. I'll do that one in a second. So you get IWM for one of the tigers. Oh, there it is. Okay. BTAI. Okay. BTAI. We got a bunch of tigers into this. Okay, let's see what we got. So this is BioCell Therapeutics, okay? Commercial stage bio company. Okay. Neuroscience, immuno-oncology utilizing artificial intelligence approaches drug identification and development. Okay, so you get a biotech. The low's $8, the high's $36. You're trading at $14.91. Okay, so you get a monster move out here today. That's real. Let me put this on a weekly. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, so something like this, I know we're at $14.98. I'd really want to see it take out that 1807 first. You take out 1807, you're off to the races. That's how this is set up. What happens at a big downtrend like this, even when you get a pop like this, I actually like to see it take out a swing point first, because I've seen enough that haven't taken out swing points even when you get volume and then you go south. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 1129. You get the Nasdaq up 717. S&P's up 198. We had a question here about the. We were just talking about Brazil, and actually, my friend's name is Roland, and it's the first thing he said. He says, "Oh man, maybe we should get down and go look at a bunch of real estate because guess what? Right now, it is very low. Yeah, so I would be looking for something if you're familiar with real estate on the beach and you want to rent it out and you're familiar with it. Yes, I would check it out for sure because the real is inexpensive compared to the dollar." The real estate's there, and I think this run is real, man. Here comes 200. Come on, Basil. You can get it up there. You get another. I love it, man. Here it comes. Okay, let's go to our man Frank in Gloucester. Frank, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tommy, how you doing? My eyeballs are going in 10 different directions today.
It's the truth, man. I know.
This is crazy. So take a look at Vail for me.
Absolutely. So Vail, now we're talking Brazil. This is the big number, okay? You're talking about this company has everything, folks. You're talking, it's the biggest producer of iron ore. That's the biggest one. But it has every other kind of metal also, okay? The low for the year is 11. The high is 21. You're trading 1388. And if we take a look at this, bottom line, it's filling the gap out here today. You had a nice sign of strength last week. You did 83 million shares. You're back with 40. It's probably going to fill the gap, Frank. That's what I think. I mean, once it gets into it, you know what I mean? The gap, the top of that gap is at 1318. Now that being said, bottom line, I think this thing, it's been consolidating here for, let's see, we're consolidating since July. And you can see last month, this thing, the weekly, that went up with volume, so that wants to crack. If we go over the iron ore, let's go over and pull up iron ore, because the iron ore contract, folks, is what it's all about, meaning for Valley, okay? Oh, hey, look at this. This is good. One second. We might have an ABC up here. Let me pull this. Because iron ore is up 17.
Hey, that's what I called to hear.
I'm sorry?
That's what I called to hear.
Yeah. So we have... We need more volume for an ABC up, but it's into this B point. The B point is 691 and 50. That's right where we are at. So you'll have a shot at this tomorrow, for an ABC up. But it looks to me that iron ore wants to run to the 745. You're at 691. Let me just see what this ABC would be. 691. Yeah, it's almost $100. It's $98. It's $91 rather.
Now this is China too for steel, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In a big way.
Are they bottoming out yet, or are they still in trouble?
That is the wild card here, meaning, what is, China's next move, and that's, on the short term, it's really hard to comprehend. In the longer term, guess what? They're going to need more of everything. That's how it comes down. Yeah. So, to me, and I suspect what's going to happen, so picture, when you have big countries like this, okay, they're going to be, if you and I, Frank, were running a country, right? And, we're just, we're building infrastructure and all that, right? Well, you'd have to start buying this stuff. You don't want to be buying this stuff. I mean, if we already seen this run high, right, now it's low. It's like, hey, they have billions and trillions. It's like, hey, man, let's buy it now and store it. And that's what China's good at, so I suspect that's what we're going to see. I mean, we're definitely seeing that, inside the copper market. I mean, the copper start taking off. I suspect they start storing up copper again. And, I think that's where it's going. So, and as we were just talking, the S&Ps just went over 200.
And the gold report paid for itself today.
No, thank you. Isn't it? Now, you've been with me for a long time. And, folks, let me tell you something, right? It's, it's hell or heaven, man. There's no in between if you're in the gold market, man. Yeah. And so what does happen, if you've been in it for a while, okay, you do take more flack. That's what ends up happening. And the reason that we take more flack is that we know this is how it runs when it runs. So all of a sudden in 5 days, you'll look and say, okay, I can't even believe this. You know what I mean? It's like, are you kidding? Because some of these stocks are up, 60, 70% in 5 days. So it's like, okay.
It was like my sister learning to drive, Stop.
It's the truth, man. I know. I know. It's like, it is what it is. But listen, man, I really appreciate all the support too, Frank. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, man. Have a great one, a safe one.
Bye-bye.
So look at, is that 200, man? 200 S&P points. That is unbelievable, man. I mean, you got to love it, man. I mean, it's just so funny that, like, you talk an expansion in price. This is, so there's evidently, okay, folks that, basically either were on the wrong side of it, are thinking that they got to come in. Now let's start setting up, the next move, okay? So the way this works, right, we know we have an ABC structure that's confirmed on the way up. Well, the ABC structure on the way up, we're talking about the swing point. It's going to be the swing point of September 13th, no matter what equity you have that you want to watch, folks, okay? Because that's where we want to go. That's now, and the Qs, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but the Qs, I suspect, I don't know if they're going to get volume tomorrow, man, but they're coming into the swing with volume. We got 83 million versus 59 million. And, bottom line, that's very helpful, if the bottom line, we can get the volume. That's what it comes down to. Let's go take a look at Shopify, S-H-O-P. So Shopify right now. Oh, this is good. This is coming into a swing with volume. Okay. This could be an ABC up. You're coming into the swing of 36.40. Oh, this is good. Hold it. We hit it. Yeah, you get, what time is it? You might an ABC up today. If we get 2 million shares, you get an ABC up today. That's how this is shaking out. And that, you can see that big candle. I mean, that big bar up there. The big bar, 39 to 45. That's where it wants to go. If this is an ABC, I'll do it a conservative way. You get 36.40. You're 28. So we're talking 8. Which gets you to 39 too. 39.20. It's going. That's what this wants to do. That's what Shopify wants to do. Now, what that's also saying is that, bottom line is that, see, as you keep looking at different equities, if you got ABCs that are coming in the marketplace, folks, that brings you a much higher probability that you're going to finish the ABC structure on the S&P. Because when you start pulling up other ones and they're in the same structure, that gives more confidence that the speculation is correct. Now let's go to AZO. So AZO, of course, is AutoZone, which seems to always do good, whether it's a bad economy, good economy, or whatever. I mean, they just really have it together. This is a stock that's trading at, $2,469. And the question is, is this a high? And I would say that no, this is an ABC up. Oh, this is sick. Listen to this. Oh, my God. 23. Yeah, we'll do this. I'll do this quick. This is an ABC up. It blew away the B point. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 1,200, NASDAQ up 747. You got the S&P's up 207. That's a gain inside the NASDAQ, folks, of 7.21%. Inside the S&P's 5%. Inside the Dow Industrials 3%. One quick one before we listen to the Halls of Montezuma for the 247th birthday of the Marine Corps is IWM. Bottom line, IWM, it's coming into that swing. It has volume. Now, check this out, man. I suspect it's going to take it out. The reason being is that what's happening, see how close it is to the benchmark that we're talking about? So the IWM has actually been leading coming out of here. In fact, let's go to the Dow. The Dow Industrials, I'm sure it's already above it. It should be. Let me look at this. Come on, yeah, it is. Okay, so see, this is cool. In fact, this is going to be crazy. One second, let me do this quick. Let's see, what date I'm looking at. I'm looking at the second versus today. Because if this is ever an ABC up, second versus today. Second, 1.13. I don't think we're going to get 1.13 today. If we had got 1.13, what would have happened on the Dow Industrials is an ABC structure up. All the rest of them, the SPY, though, in spade, it's an ABC up. We needed 100 million shares inside the SPY, and you got 112 million. You know, bottom line, blew the B point away. That is saying the SPY's running to 411, And if that's what we get, what you're going to end up seeing is that the Dow Industrials, okay, are going to basically get over that swing, which is pretty amazing. So, folks, everyone, you have a great night, safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Sit back, relax, enjoy the halls of Montezuma. Hoorah!